Have you ever questioned the ethics of ancient societies and how their actions resonate with our contemporary morals? As we sift through the sands of time, we see societies that have emerged and crumbled, each carrying its unique moral codes and ethical principles. Let's embark on a journey back in time, to the epoch of Sodom and Gomorrah. These cities, located in the plain of Jordan, gained notoriety for their extreme wickedness. The wickedness of these cities was so severe it included not just the sin of sodomy but also arrogance, apathy towards the poor and needy, and general immorality, which ultimately led to their downfall. The infamy of Sodom and Gomorrah was so profound that their names became a metaphor for vice and depravity. Their actions and behaviors, so corrupt and morally bankrupt, prompted the ultimate divine retribution. Biblical narratives portray a vivid image of these cities, where angels were dispatched to save the virtuous Lot and his family before divine fire consumed the cities. The fate of Sodom and Gomorrah stands as a potent caution in both the Old and New Testaments, an unambiguous reminder of the tragic outcomes of deviating from the path of moral righteousness. This prepares us for the critical juncture of divine intervention, a turning point in the saga of Sodom and Gomorrah. It was at the height of their wickedness that divine intervention came knocking on the doors of Sodom and Gomorrah, just as stated in Genesis 18:20-21. In the midst of the unbridled immorality, angels descended, their heavenly presence a stark contrast to the sin-soaked streets. Their mission was explicit, a mercy mission to rescue Lot and his family, the only righteous souls in a sea of corruption. According to Genesis 19:12-13, Lot's family was the only one found righteous in this city of sin. Abraham, the patriarch, pleaded fervently for the preservation of the righteous. His pleas echoed in a near-empty void, reflecting the biblical account in Genesis 18:22-33. The lack of righteousness was so profound, so complete, that only Lot and his family were found worthy of salvation, a reality shared by Crosswalk's commentary on the text. And so the divine hammer fell. The cities of Sodom and Gomorrah were consumed by fire from the heavens, a divine judgment against their unabashed sin, a frightening echo of Genesis 19:24. But even in moments of divine wrath, there lies a lesson for us, a lesson that is underscored in the inconvenient truths recounted in the biblical record. So what does the story of Sodom and Gomorrah teach us today, thousands of years later? In these ancient cities, we find lessons that are startlingly relevant, even in the world as we know it today. Their story is a stark reminder of the consequences of extreme wickedness, a fate that befell them not merely due to their immorality, but their lack of empathy and kindness. The city's destruction serves as a sobering example of God's judgment on sin. Righteousness saved Lot and his family, underlining the importance of leading a moral life in our society. This righteousness isn't merely about personal virtue, but extends to our collective responsibility towards others. It calls for respect, tolerance, and a sense of compassion for our fellow beings. The divine judgment that obliterated Sodom and Gomorrah serves as a symbolic representation of the consequences societies face when they stray from these moral standards. In today's context, this can be seen in the repercussions of societal injustices, environmental recklessness, and widespread apathy. The story of Sodom and Gomorrah thus serves as a timeless reminder of the consequences of straying from a path of righteousness, a lesson as relevant today as it was in the times of the ancients.